What's up, everybody? Good evening. It is Thursday. Are you all ready to rock? We're going to talk tonight about the Xbox. Everybody's talking about the Xbox. Everybody's flipping out, freaking out. Oh my gosh, what's happening? The Xbox fanboys are just losing their minds. I have a statement real quick. I just wanted to put this out there because I know that my friends that are joining me here, and we have another one who is joining us in about 20 minutes. I wanted to start off by saying that I am a fan of Xbox. I always have been. I am not a fanboy of any one company or console. Okay, those days are over because back when I was a fanboy of Atari, that's all that was out at the time, and you really couldn't afford to go out and buy anything else unless you were super wealthy. But anyway, I'm not a fan of any one company, but I am just not a fan of any company that is anti-consumer or that does not stand behind their products, especially when they have defects. So if you build junk, you should fix that junk on your dime, not ours. Now, I'm not saying if something's out of warranty and something breaks, okay, that's just, entropy. It happens. But if it's happening across the board, red ring of death, you got to fix it. So no matter who you are, Sony, Xbox, BMW, Chevy, Apple, whoever, they should be fixing their stuff. So anyway, no evil fan, or not fan letters, no evil emails or evil trolling messages about, oh, you just don't like Xbox. It's like, guess what? I had one die and I went out and bought another one. So don't tell me I'm not a fan. Anyway, so with that all said, let's bring on our two friends here who are waiting in the wings. Let's bring in TeCniSH. Good evening, Gene. How are you today?
I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? I'm really excited about this topic. You see my little tag here, like I still love Xbox. I think the biggest thing, I was a PlayStation person. And then I had a coworker at the middle school I used to teach at. I teach high school now. And he's the one that convinced me to go to Xbox 360 when it came out. And I haven't looked back ever since. I think the biggest thing with Xbox was the controllers, because I got paws. I got paws. I don't have hands, I have paws. So that controller really felt good.
I get it. I get it. I was turned on by Halo, and then I didn't have Halo 2. I didn't have an original Xbox at first. I think I got my 360 first. I can't remember. It's been so long ago. It was Halo and Halo 2, and then when I was going to school, shame on me. I know there's plenty of people out there who do it, but I got my first 360 on my student loan. I actually went to the bookstore and I ran the card and I was like, all right, I went home.
I know exactly what you did. So I did with my Dreamcast.
Yeah, there you go. Well, let's see what Rob thinks about all this. Ladies and gentlemen, Retro Rob, all the way down there in Texas.
Disapproval.
Yeah, what a crook, man. Hey, everyone. I'm sorry you all had to hear that.
Oh, man. But anyway, there's been a lot going on. And, I have a couple of curated questions here that we'll be talking about tonight. So the first thing I wanted to kind of throw out there is we've all heard the rumors of Xbox becoming multi-platform. Now, Phil Spencer himself said just a few months ago, if you recall, and I'm not quoting, but he said something about there shouldn't be exclusives on consoles. And I'm sitting there going, what? You know, you want to get rid of your bread and butter? So talk around the gaming community is that exclusive Xbox games are being considered for PS5, of course, ones that will run on PS5, and some that will run on the Switch, like some of the rare titles and stuff like that, and the smaller titles that actually, will go to the Switch. And of course, it's the Switch's successor console, the Switch 2, which we don't know what they're going to call it. Is this a good thing, or is this a bad thing, it becoming multi-platform? Is this something that either you guys are a fan of, or do you see problems with it? I mean, the puck's moving, and we don't know where it's going to go. So, Gene, ideas?
They're just, they're not dumb. They're just trying to make money. And what better way to make money is everyone's going to buy it. If I'm a PlayStation guy right now and I want a game, but it's only on Xbox, but now I can get it, dude, you're just doubling your profits or tripling or whatever. I mean,
well, there were rumors.
It's a smart business move. Does it burn, though, the Xbox fans who are like diehard Xbox and they feel, betrayed? I don't know, maybe, but I don't care. So...
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point because I bought my Xbox specifically for some things, and if they would have done that like 4 months ago, I would have said, well, heck, I'll just wait and play all this stuff on my PS5.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's like the thing with video game, these big conglomerates. When we used to have like all of them too, and we had Sega and Nintendo and Panasonic, all of them, were fighting for supremacy. We were still all playing all the different ones regardless. We were still all playing all the different systems. To me, there was no strict allegiance. I find it funny. It's like those people who fight over Ford versus Chevy, or I don't really care. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you have something and it makes you happy, then who cares, right? If you drive a truck and it gets you to work, it doesn't matter what the brand is on it, as long as the damn truck works, because the last thing you want to do is have to go buy another truck, right?
Absolutely.
I think the whole console war thing back in the day, like Sega versus Nintendo, like it was, I think both companies kind of agreed, like, yeah, we're gonna do this little beef thing, and it's gonna drive up sales for both of us. Like,
they made it fun for sure. But they also inevitably created this line though, which people really didn't need to join.
No. And then even talking about console stuff now, and then how it's exclusive this, like, Spider-Man's exclusive to the PlayStation, and then now we have the Blade game that's going to come out this year is just going to come on Xbox,
and Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones is going to be first day Game Pass and everything. I think it's just it's like, it's again, like Rob was saying, like it's just about the monies and stuff like that. I don't think it's really about anything. And then Phil Spencer, talking about that. But I want to bring this up today. When I was driving home, I was thinking about this conversation so much.
Yeah.
So do y'all remember when the Xbox One was about to drop, right? And they were talking about games being shared, like sharing games amongst people and stuff like that. So like, normal stuff like us, because we're old, all right? We're like, oh, Scott, can I borrow that game? Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Gene. Here. And then I could bring it to my console and play it. And remember Xbox was saying, nah, you can't do that no more.
Yep, they were gonna put DRM on it.
DRM. Nah, you can't do that. And then the internet went
crazy.
Okay, that went crazy. So with that, I'm hearing all this stuff. I'm just waiting for. I mean, there's the memes and stuff like that with the tombstone and everything. But like, he got to be listening to that, or the shareholders got to be listening to what we are saying as gamers. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if
you'd like to hope they are. So.
Well, if I remember seeing something about a statistic that this console generation around so far, that PlayStation has outsold Xbox I think it's 2-1 or 2.5 to 1, somewhere around there. I mean, 2 to 1's bad enough. So maybe they are kind of, and that will kind of take us into one of the other questions. So I will just go ahead and save that for another minute. But rumors are also swirling. even from Xbox own camp that they're working on the next generation console for release in 2026. It's also been speculated that the discless Xbox Brooklyn, remember that from a couple months ago?
Yeah.
It's possible they're saying that it may not be released. Now, that's all rumor. It may not be released in lieu of getting ready for the next generation of Xbox. So they're thinking.
And they're thinking too, right? They're looking at doing a handheld.
Yes, and a handheld. We'll get to that.
Handheld?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. That's all right. So, so this generation, and then of course the next generation, would be all digital. Now, is something all digital something that either you would support?
Nope.
I'm not. There's so much stuff that. Look at what just happened. The past week, look what just happened. Spec Ops: The Line off the store. Yep. Now that thing is like in the roof, Doc. Remember I texted y'all? I was like,
"Hey, I got an extra.
I got an extra copy. Hey, chat, I got an extra copy."
Well, so with that though, that just means that like you can't download it. So, but for people who have it, it's not an issue. It's just for people.
Great, but that's why. But
that also makes it so that these companies are giving you tons and tons of time to get that game though. Mm-hmm. If you wait that long, if you've waited 4 years or 5 years or whatever before they delist it,
that's your fault.
But the reason why they delisted it to begin with was because music licensing ran out for some of the songs. So
more often than not, that's exactly why they all these games get delisted. There's always some sort of licensing hiccup. It has to do with something. It could be anything, not even just music. And so, I don't know, man. But that's not the same thing though, as we're talking about with like the future of just only digital games. That's it. And you have no physical media. And then what happens if everything gets wiped? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know that I'm comfortable. Because like Gene said, I know we hate saying that we're old, but we are. We're old, and we like to have our stuff still. We like to have our
seasoned.
We like to have our merchandise. We don't like to have imaginary crap in the air. That's how I feel digital is. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't like it because it can be taken away from you from a hack or from a crash or an EMP, a dirty bomb. I know that's elaborate or but one crazy thing, right? And then your entire library is now gone. And then what? And then what do you do? And who do you go to? And it's not just you. Now you're looking at millions and millions of people. Like it's a line that would never end of complaining.
Well, I'm gonna step it back further, step it back from the larger picture to the smaller picture, which is something I was going to say the other night on another show that I was watching, which was Retro Bliss Gaming, and I believe Retro Bliss is watching right now.
He's in the comments.
I'm not keeping a great eye on the comments. Yeah. So, but I'll pop onto the comments here in a minute and say hi to everybody. But for me, I did touch on this. For me, it's out of sight, out of mind. Mm-hmm. Because if I have a whole bunch of digital games that I've bought for $1 here, $2 there, $3 there. I've never paid more than $3-4 for a digital game. If it's on sale, I'll buy it because I'm not going to lose that much money if it goes bye-bye.
Right.
The flip side of that coin is I can't tell you what I own right now. I can tell you maybe 3 games that I own right now off the top of my head. And a couple of them are ones that I also have physically. So I was just like, oh, to hell with it. I got hold of it physically later because I got it super cheap.
Right.
But like the Gardens Between, I mentioned this the other night. Mm-hmm. Try to get the Gardens Between physically. It is super expensive. Mm-hmm. And playing it on Game Pass, it just went poof, disappeared. I'm like, well, some dude was blessing me out over that one video I did about a week or 2 ago, and they're like, Game Pass isn't demos. You get to play the whole game. I'm like, if it's timed, it's a demo. I don't care if the whole game is there or not. It's just like GameStop. You buy a used game you've got 7 days. And we used to have a guy that come into our store. He would beat a game within 7 days to return it, and my boss would be like, "Good for you, dude. Keep doing it." It was basically
you can't even hate on that. You can't even hate on that. Yeah.
And it's just like if GameStop made that policy, then that's fine. You don't have to hate the game to bring it back. You can just go, "Nah, I'm done." But Rob, if I don't see my game here, it doesn't exist to me.
Yeah.
Now
I'm not good with the digital thing. Like I said, man, I just want to be able to put the disc in and play. I don't want to do updates anymore. I don't want to have to worry about storage. I don't want to buy more storage or worry. The whole thing to me, once once they truly shift to this digital state, I will cease as a modern gamer at that point. So
I'm pretty much at that point myself.
Yeah.
And I did say this the other night. If one of them is going to stay physical, hopefully, it will be Nintendo the next round.
Yeah.
And then that's what's funny, because my Nintendo for the last several generations has been my tertiary system. It'll be funny when it becomes my primary system again.
I don't see Nintendo ever going away from cartridges because
Nintendo,
you know why?
Nintendo king.
Because them they're like roaches. Them and Cher. They're the two things. They're the two things that will survive a nuclear war.
And they're plastic.
Yeah, it will never go away with it. No one will ever get rid of Nintendo. So they're survivors, man. They will always survive. So
you gotta give props to Nintendo. Wait, Rob, you want to shout out for my point? Because I got a big point with Nintendo, man. Like,
Travis here he made a good point earlier today on my page. I hope he brings it up again besides this one, but he's got some good points. I told him.
He brought it up. What I was talking about.
Where's it at? This one down here?
Horrible.
Oh, the DRM. The DRM.
Oh, the DRM.
Yeah.
So, well, I forgot about that horrible idea with the DRM. They're just. Well, there was a lot of stuff they dialed back, remember? Because the Xbox One was supposed to be online all the time, and then it came with the Kinect, and you couldn't get it without the Kinect, and then people were going, "Oh, well, then you're gonna it has to be on all the time, and that way you're gonna be spying on me. See my naked ass getting out of the shower? No."
On dogs, Scott, that was the biggest thing with me not getting the one, because it was telling me like I had to have a Kinect. I'm like, why don't I need a Kinect? Why do I need the Kinect? Like,
why do I want that failure?
Why do I want the Kinect? No, like, why do I want it? Like, why do I want it? Once they said that I could just get the standalone system by itself, that's when I bought it.
Right.
That's when I bought it.
That's what I did too. There's Retro Bliss. So if Xbox goes multi-platform, hypothetically, and PlayStation were to do the same, at some point you think maybe the consoles would be basically one. They don't make money on them anyway. That is true. And I just thought of this just a moment ago. So let's go back a few years. Let's go back in the Wayback Machine, Grandpa. Remember when you used to go into Sun TV, or used to go into the Best Buys or the Circuit TV, and I have to get me a new VCR. Well, guess what? They had Funai, Sony, Panasonic, Samsung, JVC. I mean, I could name. I could go on and on and on, and they all play the same. Yeah, Gold Star. I had a Gold Star. They all play the same thing. They all played tapes. They all played VHS tapes, and then same thing with Betamax, and then same thing with DVD and Blu-ray. But the only thing that kind of broke that up a little bit is when PlayStation 2 came up. But we won't go down that rabbit hole. But still, so what if they all did become toasters then? They're all making bread. They're all playing. They're all blenders. It's just an appliance now. There's no exclusives anymore. So now you get to go, okay, I like this one because it's white, and because I can get the blue controller, and it says Sony on it because I like Sony as a brand, and da-da-da-da-da. And then there you go. You've got your Sony. Well, then what if you have your Gold Star? Your Gold Star thing that plays Game Pass or whatever. Oh, man, Gold Star still exists, whether you know it or not. Gold Star is LG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
Gold Star is LG,
like the Best Buy brand is Westinghouse.
Yep. Like we got LG is like the higher brand, but the Gold Star, that was like their budget brand. But still, can you imagine LG going, we're going to get into this? They make a Game Pass machine or whatever. So, but anyway, let's go back to what this comment was saying there. At some point, you think maybe the consoles would be basically one, so they're not making money anyway. That's true. A lot of the time, they are losing money the second they buy one. They're losing like $50, $100, $200. So, and then Travis said, check out some of the market shares around the world. PS5 has a 95% market share in Japan compared to the Series X, for example. To hell with all digital too. Agreed. Andrew.
Wow, man.
Andrew Dalton said, sorry I'm late. I was gaming.
Oh, yeah.
That's
as you should. Oh, that's me.
That's you. Hey, what's up? And here's Let's see. There's Travis again.
He has a really good point at the bottom of the chat. Yo.
Yeah, time is done to get your to buy the game, and so you buy the digital version. That's basically what I said in my video that came out about the Xbox about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I said basically Game Pass is timed demos, and and whether you can play the whole game or not, because I can't tell you how many games have gone poof and I didn't get to finish it, and I was like, are you kidding me? And then on top of that, ain't nothing free. You're paying for that. So, yeah, Kraft forgot the online too that ended me buying Xbox consoles. Microsoft has never made money off their consoles. That is true, except for maybe toward the end of the consoles run. Like the 360, they started making some money because they were cheap then. Mm-hmm. They've also lost money because they can afford to lose money. Exactly.
Yeah, they can.
Andrew said it was a boss battle. I understand.
Well then.
And I was playing Surge, Surge: A Souls Like.
Yeah, Surge. Yep. I like that game. Yeah,
I've been hearing good stuff about that one. Yeah,
that's the mech suit. It's the one with the mechs, not mech suit like in Armor Core, but
they have 2 of those out now, right? There's Surge 1 and 2.
Yep.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I have the first one or had it. I don't remember, but hold on, I left that up there. Whoops. Oh no, let's go back to the comments and shut it off. That's my peanut gallery voice. There we go. At least I'm in a good mood tonight. At least I'm not sick like I was all week. So I was dragging all week. So anyway, so let's go on to this next question then. Or this next point. So Phil Spencer is allegedly trying to get Xbox Game Pass on every platform possible. Now, this would essentially eliminate the need for you to have an actual Xbox. So why would you need to buy an Xbox then if Xbox is essentially becoming a third-party game developer like Sega did in 2001? Now, of course, they got pummeled by everything that was coming out at the time, especially the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
And then the final nail in the coffin was the Xbox was on the horizon. So
yeah, the Dreamcast was just a comment, like you said, it was a storm of bad marketing and just lack of the DVD option, and there was just so many things going on. Yeah. Plus, Sega fans at that point were so scarred from the whole 32X and Saturn debacle that they were just what I mean. Like Sega just hosed themselves. I mean,
it was one too many times of them falling down the stairs.
I don't see Xbox on that same path.
No.
But I don't see, like you said, anyone. Well, what's the point then? They're just going to become like a third party, like Sega. That in that instance, right, where Sega's just making games now for all these consoles, but don't have a console themselves. So now Xbox becomes that new Sega.
Right. Well, then at the same time, let me finish. Game Pass, then that service becomes another Steam or GOG or Epic Game Store or Gamer.
Ultimately, that's where I think we're heading to. Is we're all just going to have like a PC box in our house, and that's it. And that's gaming now. That's the future of gaming. Is some sterile, universal PC box you can play your new modern games on. That hopefully you get to hang on to.
You look at my face, yo. Like
I know
it's like.
It's almost like we're going to become Wall-E, except we're not quite fat and in floating cups yet.
That's on its way too.
Yeah, but that could be next. I think the reason we've hung on this long is because of old heads like us. Look at our rooms and our backgrounds. This is 2024. Everything we've ever learned growing up, we should be just walking up to a monitor and playing this giant game on a wall right now. But we're not. We're still hanging on to these old ass arcades and physical media, and we're driving that market for now. But our time's running out. We're dinosaurs. We're about to become extinct.
No, so y'all know y'all know I teach. Everyone knows I teach, right, and everything. So the biggest thing when games coming out, this is what the kids are saying. It's just like, oh, Mr. Benjaw. So when Spider-Man 2 is coming out, right? Oh, Mr. Benjaw. Spider-Man 2 is going to, you getting that? I'm like, no, I have a PS5. Like, I'm not getting that and everything. And then, me saying like, oh, are you going to the store to go get it?
Yeah. Because it sounds so old. Like,
so old.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to the store.
Not Mr. B. Not Mr. B. Like, that thing is downloaded since like 12:01 last night. Like, I'm going home to play it, and I'm like, oh my god.
When I got home from the Halo 3 launch, and I worked that night, I worked the Halo 3 launch, I played Halo 3 when I got home. I didn't have to wait 3 hours for it to download. And can you imagine I can only imagine like all these people downloading that stuff. Oh, and then let us not forget when that Atomic Heart came out. Now, I don't know if this was just me, but I pre-downloaded it on Game Pass. Pre-downloaded.
I did too.
And it didn't work. It's like, oh, okay.
You had to erase it and re-download it again.
Yeah. And then the very next damn day after that, I had to download another patch that was half the size of the original download.
Yeah, dude, that's the other thing that's killing me, man.
That was 10 flipping hours.
Yes, that's the other thing about this too. It's killing me is these patches, these updates, man. Every time I turn on the damn Xbox, there's an update for a game. It's like 20, 30, 40 gigs, man. And it's like, when does it end? When does it ever end?
No, but when I see 70 gigs, I go, oh my God.
I'm dying right now, dog.
Oh,
you know what? I walk over, I turn on the 360, and I just start playing my game. I don't need any updates, man. The 360 to me is like right there where I need to be with Xbox, and everything else can go to hell.
So. Well, are we crotchety? I don't know.
Well, I was just going to say that because, could I said this to my wife the other night, and I said this on Retro Bliss's show. Because I have like 1,300 freaking games in here. Okay, and we only play like 3. So if she and I came in here and picked 50 games apiece, sold everything else, would that 50 games last us? 50 or 100 games last us until we're dead? Probably so, but. Yeah. Considering that I've got 13 freaking hundred, and of course 200 of them are Atari games, so that's going to last 4 seconds each. Anyway,
and you bring up a good point in my head, which isn't really what you're talking about, but exactly that though is if we had an all digital library only, right? You only have so much storage unless you want to just go all in and spend all the money and have the greatest storage, whatever. That's fine. But if you don't, a lot of us can't do that. I can't. Even just like the expanding the Xbox X right now. What is that, like $250 to get 2 terabytes?
No.
The card's over $200.
No, it did come down in price.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
I bought mine during the pandemic, so
right.
That's probably why.
The Seagate came down because Western Digital released theirs for $150, and the Seagate came down to $150 as well.
But you don't have that option, or even if you fill it up, you're gonna fill it up too at some point.
Which one's my game on? I don't know. Let me put this one in. I don't know. We put this one in.
There's that, but then. Not every game you're not going to, let's say you just have it downloaded but you haven't played it, then you go to play it, then you need an update, or you know what I mean, or you haven't downloaded it, you just have it in storage, and then you go to bring it up to a current play, like I have all those games like on the Xbox, but they're not downloaded, they're on there. If I want to play them though, I have to download it, so then I got to wait to download that, then I go to start it, and then it's another, what I mean, that's what we'd have to deal with. And people in this day and age, we only have like the modern man and woman out there right now. You only have a small window at this day and age to play your video games because you're probably raising kids. You're probably working a hellish week. And then you've got stuff to do on the weekends. You've got chores, all this stuff factors in. This is grown up real life shit. You know what I mean? And so then you finally get to sit down, you plop your tired ass on the couch, you go to start up your Xbox game, and you got to wait 45 minutes to an hour for some dumbass upgrade or whatever that you probably don't even need for the game.
Right.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Well, it worked last week. Why do I need this now?
What is so big on this update? Well, because they added three pink rifles for me to choose from. Like,
I be like what I do. Like Retro Bliss Gaming just brought up a game like that I always play when crap is downloading. Pinball FX. All right. Like I'll get on a game on the Xbox, and all of a sudden it needs an update, right? Like hopefully tonight when I play Hogsworth, I don't have to deal with that crap, all right? But
you'll have an update.
Huh?
You'll have an update.
But
while you've been sitting here, they added like 15 new robes and broomsticks or something.
And Hermione went from a C cup to a D cup.
There we go with the Rob humor, dog. I mean the Scott humor. We needed that, dog.
But that's something else too. Because I remember, I think it was about
that game
4 or 5 years ago, I was still having LAN parties over at my old apartment, and I had 2 big ass TVs. I had 2 Xbox Ones, And I had Master Chief Collection, and I was like, all right, now this only happened with Master Chief Collection. It didn't happen with the other ones, and that's what something people also don't realize. If you're playing Halo 1 and you're playing Halo 1 on an Xbox One or Halo 1 on a Series X, and you're playing Halo 1 on an original Xbox, they will talk to each other. All you need is that LAN cable.
Yeah.
Yes. All Xboxes can talk to each other. All you got to do is hook them up.
Like the OG one, like the OG.
The OG can talk to the 360. The OG can talk to the One. The OG can talk to the S, to the X, whatever. As long as you're playing the same game.
The OG Xbox.
The OG. As long as you're playing
the Series X.
Yep. As long as they're playing the same game, like a backwards compatible game.
I gotta buy one now.
Yeah. just to do it. But
I gotta
still.
buy one now.
So there
I thought it was done with console buying, but like Rob, you keep talking about your souped up one with the HDMI, like upscaler and everything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to buy one.
The original Xbox?
Yeah, the original Xbox.
Yeah, you know what? I have the Series X, and it might as well just be an $800 paperweight. I play the original Xbox. Matter of fact, I was just playing Indiana Jones, Emperor's Tomb on the Xbox before the show.
The one you were talking about.
And the 360. Those are my two most played systems, and then third would be my Switch because it's in the house. So those are my three go-to systems. I barely play the Series S or the X. I'm probably going to give the S to my son because he wants to play Madden really bad, and they can't get it on the Switch. And then the X will eventually just go to my other son because there's no use for him.
I think my 360 is probably my most played.
It's definitely one of mine.
By me.
Yeah. Like y'all seen my 360 collection. It's ridiculous, yo. Out of all games that I own, the 360 I have the most.
That might be my top one. I'm not sure.
I'm crazy
close.
on the 360.
So I'm actually considering once I do get rid of those two, I'm going to go ahead and just get a PS2 and a PS3, and then just be done with systems.
There you go. Well, as soon as I got my OG Xbox ready, upgraded.
And that OG Xbox though.
Again. But anyway, so the next point. There have been rumors of a Microsoft handheld coming out in the industry in the past couple of weeks. Do you think they'll offer an alternative to a standard console and go hybrid like the Nintendo Switch? Now, a lot of them are doing that. So it'll be like the Switch, the Steam Deck, the Asus ROG Ally, or Ally, whatever it is, and the Logitech G Cloud gaming handheld. There's a couple other ones out there. Do you think that they'll go that way? Because heck, what was the other thing I just saw recently? That Hyperkin, that Sega Genesis that's coming out.
Basically the new Nomad, yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to have a dock, and then the dock has two ports, so you can just. I want that.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Actually, I was kind of poo-pooing it when I first saw it, but then when I realized it docks to the television and then it has the two controller ports up front, I was like, well, that's
like Hyperkin. If you want to send one my way for review, I would love to touch it.
Right there too. But if not, man,
they were gonna send you one, but they heard your Hermione joke, so
yeah, probably. So, do you think that that's what's going to happen? Do you think that they're going to say, okay, our next console that we're coming out with isn't a traditional console? It's going to be basically it's going to be a Steam Deck, a Gamepass deck.
Man, I don't know. I feel like Xbox is run by a bunch of jackasses. They don't know what they're doing, man. They don't.
I just this money thing, yo. Like, why? I mean, yeah, of course, the money is important, but
if it's gonna be something, they're gonna copy PlayStation and they're gonna make something like that. Is my opinion.
Oh, something like the PlayStation handheld, something like that.
Yeah. It's called the PSP.
Wait! I'm about to bring you further, even further back. Okay, 360's out. Remember Xbox 360 Glass?
No.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
You don't remember the Glass app on the phone?
Yeah. Glass? No.
You don't remember
I must have missed that.
Oh my gosh, chat! Y'all gotta know this, yo. There was an app. So you have the Xbox app now, right? But there was another one called 360 Glass.
I remember the app, but I don't remember what you did.
What year was that?
It's not like what we have now. It was more like kind of surface level, and it kind of just it kept track of your achievements and everything.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like it was. Oh yeah, and then it doubled up like a second screen for the Xbox. So for the Xbox 360.
You remember what year that was or no?
Like 2010, 2008?
2010, between 8 and 10. I know I was at GameStop working when I was teaching middle school and working at GameStop at the same time.
I wasn't as much in that time. Yeah. I was stationed in Cannon in New Mexico, and I was deploying a lot, so I didn't have a lot of time for video games back then. So I missed all that.
I'm gonna look it up right now, okay? Because
Travis says I think it would blow up in their faces if they tried to compete with the Switch and Nintendo's next console, especially if their games aren't console exclusives. Yeah, I think Mario would definitely hand them their butts.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Because Master Chief hasn't been able to hand anybody anything for the last 2 games, so.
I still love him though.
Oh, I do too.
I do too. I know you do.
I love what was, and unfortunately, it isn't what is anymore. So, the next point I have here, next talking point is if Xbox Game Pass is possibly going to go on multiple platforms, and there will be no actual Xbox, okay. Will they have to rebrand to something else like Microsoft Game Pass or just Game Pass? Because the Xbox brand would effectively be dead and a moot point. I mean, Xbox has become this great big brand. So, I mean, you always had Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, Nintendo GameCube, Xbox, Microsoft Xbox, Xbox One, whatever. Now, I mean, if there's no Xbox, because there might be one here coming at the 10th generation, but I bet you by the 11th generation there will be nothing except for.
I don't even see a next one coming out after this one actually, but that's what I think.
I don't know. I'm still love Xbox. I think they'll try if PlayStation's trying to come out with a next generation console. I think
are they though?
Xbox will try to push it. I think they will.
Well,
they will. Will it be successful? Maybe it'll go the route of the Dreamcast. But the Dreamcast was good. The
best way for Sony to keep people, because they also announced, we're getting rid of discs, and I think if they were smart, they would be like, we're with you. We're always going to give you physical media. As a matter of fact, screw this key stuff we've been giving you. Mm-hmm. I mean, you've got, as I said a couple times already, those Blu-ray discs are coming with, like 200 megs on there for just a key, and then you got to download everything. And if it's only 30 gigs, that'll fit on one Blu-ray.
Easily.
And if you need 2 Blu-rays, hey, I remember back in the day, I remember the one game, what was it? I didn't own the game, but I saw it. Was it called Blue Dragon, I believe?
Blue Dragon for the 360.
Yeah, and it had, 3-4 discs to install?
Yeah, that's LA Noire has 3 discs. Yep. And you got to get up and go put in the next disc.
Max Payne 3 has 3 discs.
Yep. I'm all right with that.
I mean, that's because those were DVDs. All of my PS3 games only had 1 disc.
Yeah.
But those all had 2 discs. Mm-hmm. And I saw my first Xbox One double discer the other day. To my recollection, I bought the no, I'm sorry, that wasn't Xbox One. That was 360. Never mind. Forget that point because there wasn't one. But do you think that it would be effectively, the Xbox brand itself would be kind of effectively dead because everything's been either Xbox Series. Here's our late coming guest.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Mystacles. Matt is here. Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, Mystacles. What's up, man? All right.
Can you hear me and everything?
Barely.
Turn up your volume a little bit. Yeah.
Pump it up. Oh, I'm sorry. Pump the jam.
Oh no, earthquake.
We're good. We're good, dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what Xbox looks like right now.
Wait,
This is the state of Microsoft right now.
yo, put up on Travis' thing about the Switch. What's that he's talking about?
If the next Switch lives up to the rumors, it'll probably be good enough that it'll run at near PS5 levels. Nintendo has a better relationship with Japanese devs. Will also have better exclusives, and that'll also give them an edge on the handheld market. And I will add to that, because of all the advancements that have been made with computer technology recently, they also can build something that you sound about the same. This is Microsoft's fault right here. That's what.
It's Microsoft's fault.
But I think that Nintendo will build something more powerful, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that they've been in cahoots with Microsoft lately because, like, oh, what about Call of Duty? What about this other stuff? I think a lot of that stuff has been all this behind-the-scenes stuff of, listen, we're getting ready to get rid of consoles, or effectively, we're not being exclusive anymore. We're going to give you everything Rare back. I'm going to make a prediction right now. GoldenEye is going to get its multiplayer back on both. So, so hold on to your butts on that one. So test for us, Mystacles. Test 1, 2, 3.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. It's not great, but we can hear you.
Man, I can turn it up louder. I'm just afraid.
No, I think you're good.
You're good. You're good.
Mystacles, just do your thing, B. Just do your thing. Bro.
So, we're talking about the Xbox thing, right? The Gamepass app they're trying to get by.
Yup. And then supposed like the memes and all that about Xbox memes.
Right. And the question that's on the floor right now is the brand Xbox going to go bye-bye, and it'll be because since they have Game Pass, and if Game Pass is going to go everywhere, is it going to be Microsoft Game Pass, since eventually the Xbox itself is going to go bye-bye. There will be no actual Xbox.
Right. I mean, I could see that. I wouldn't say that's out of the question for sure, because why would they keep it? You know what I mean?
Right.
And who knows, though? Even if they do this, that doesn't mean that they'll completely get out of the console game. They could have some sort of proprietary console that's slimmed down and just meant to run Game Pass or something, or some sort of handheld thing. You never really know where it could go in the future with this, but
like a Stavia, like that.
Well, that's what we were saying.
We're not sucking.
Well, that's what we were saying before you popped in. Was there have been the rumors about the handheld, and we're kind of kicking the ball around, thinking that it's going to be something just like the Steam Deck or the Switch, and it'll hook up to the TV, and that'll be the next gen console. I don't think that that's going to be something coming out anytime soon. Travis said it's rumored to be between the PS4 Pro and PS5. The way that utilize flash memory will allow for AAA games with this level of tech. Yeah, I could see that happening.
The biggest problem with the Switch is that it's a dope system,
but it's weak.
Yeah, it's weak. It's weak. Me and Rob, I was talking to Rob about the Star Wars collection and everything, and then they had the Force Unleashed. Rob, was that the Wii U version or the Wii version?
On the Switch?
On the Switch in the console.
Yeah, when they did that collector set, I think it's the Wii version. I don't know.
Yeah.
It plays really choppy.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Well, look at the Batman, because
oh my god.
that Batman collection.
Mortal Kombat.
No, the first two are good though. I just beat the first one. I'm about to start Arkham Asylum on it, and they play actually really well. The third
but
one,
Knight's terrible, isn't it?
Oh, it's god awful. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's the actual game that they should put epilepsy warnings on when you play it. So.
for people who don't have epilepsy.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Or you play it 2 minutes in, I guarantee you something's gonna.
So
hold on to your furniture.
You start. When Michael J. Fox asks you if you're okay, there's something wrong.
Oh my gosh, so that's mean, dog. Okay.
Nah, I don't mean it evil. It's It's all in haha. I mean,
I know.
He can make fun of my myopia.
Well, there went our funding. Our funding's gone now.
After chat's gone now.
You know I love Michael J. Fox. I'll make him dinner anytime he and Tracy want to come over. Anytime. Invitation's always open. Bring Chris Lloyd. I don't care. We'll talk about stuff all night long, Marty. I don't care. But anyway,
there was a deep fake online. This is a side note. There was a deep fake online on some like Back to the Future 4 type.
I
stuff.
saw it. It looked.
This is terrible. Stop doing that.
There was one that my wife showed me that was actually pretty decent. Yeah, it was pretty decent. I think I saw the one you're talking about. That was like no.
You're playing with my emotions.
So all right. So the final point that I have here before we just start kicking it around a little bit is I saw this on the news.
Oh, the FCC thing. Okay.
Yes.
FCC thing. All right.
And this is all over the place, but I saw it on TheVerge.com, and I do want to make mention that I did see this. The first place that I actually saw this was on. I want to give a shout out to Mad Little Pixel, Ron. Because I did see it on his channel first, and I went, whoa! And then I went, yeah, FTC, go kick their asses, yes. But anyway, because of the FTC is basically, I'll just go ahead and read what I wrote here. Federal Trade Commission has filed an appeal to its injunction to block Microsoft's $69 billion purchase of Activision Blizzard against Microsoft. The FTC stated that Microsoft misrepresented the acquisition to the court. Now, this is still not a done deal yet, and it's still not a done deal in the UK either. It's still being kicked around over there. As a side note, there you go. It's not so you got two places where it's still being kicked around. Now, I quote from the document, which is down in here someplace. Blah blah blah. And I've got the actual document here too. I'm not going to even bring it up. It says Microsoft recently reported plan to eliminate 1,900 jobs in its video game division, including its newly acquired Activision unit. This contradicts the foregoing representations it made in this court. The FT said specifically, Microsoft reportedly has stated that the layoffs were part of an execution plan that would reduce areas of overlap between Microsoft and Activision, which is inconsistent with Microsoft's suggestion to this court that the two companies will operate independently post-merger. End quote. Now, Microsoft stated to the court that prior to the acquisition approval that they were planning to operate Activision Blizzard vertically, meaning that it would be separated and independent from Microsoft, and it would be a limited integration studio. So Activision Blizzard would be their own thing, kind of like Bethesda is, et cetera, et cetera. So what they were attempting to do is a horizontal merger where they pretty much absorb things. Everything is integrated totally. This is opposite what Microsoft stated in order to avoid an antitrust or monopoly situation. Now, would it seem to everybody here that Microsoft intended to do what they did? It's like, okay, we're going to do what we want. We don't give a rat's ass what you think. We're going to go ahead and as soon as it's a done deal, we're going to do what we want. And then ultimately their idea was we keep gobbling up stuff so they can make this ultimate gigantic multi-platform Game Pass monster.
No one ever
goes like EA.
No one ever goes into court. No one ever goes into court with good intentions.
No.
Very well said. Never heard it put that way, but very well said.
Yeah, and they sound like EA.
Yeah.
Yep.
They really sound like EA because EA was on that probably still is on that craziness and gobbling up studios. And then
but they were gobbling up little guys.
Yeah, little guys like Visceral got gobbled up. And then Dead Space was gone until the remake and stuff, and a bunch of other really good studios too that had some really good IP.
And they always fire everybody. Well, we've had you for a year. See ya. We've got your IPs. That don't let the door hit you in the ass.
They're just going in. They're gonna harvest everything they can. So. I think that they should decide, the CEOs, if they want to make these acquisitions, I think they should be able to do it over a Smash Brothers Brawl tournament.
It has to be a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Here's your controllers. Go.
Oh, man.
They need to play like Melee or something.
Something, man. You know, man. See how bad they want it, man. Don't bring in all these fancy lawyers and lie to everybody and just go out and fire everybody anyways. Earn that shit. Get in there. Pick Jigglypuff.
Well, I mean, they just laid off their entire disc division.
Yeah.
But they're attempting to say that, oh well, all these people. The article says that a lot of these people were people that Activision was getting ready to get rid of anyway, and I'm like, they were getting ready to get rid of them maybe because they were coming over to your house.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to get these bitches out of the car because we're going over someone else's house.
Basically.
Right.
Basically,
well, clearly, like they're not gonna need them if they're just gonna harvest all the IPs and then do what they want with them. You know what I mean? So obviously, that seemed to be the plan from the beginning. Like,
Absolutely. Well, I think I saw something here, and I know it was just a quick video that I saw, but I remember when all the Rare games, you know, like your Banjo-Kazooies and all that other stuff, a lot of those things were, of course, on Nintendo and elsewhere, and then when Microsoft bought Rare, you know, and Rare's a fantastic, or was, I mean, I know they're still around, but Rare was a fantastic studio. I think they're still around, but I think I saw something that will be one of the things that will happen very soon, is when it goes, you know, when they make this announcement next week, this business announcement next week, that I think that they're gonna reveal some of their plans, and it's gonna be, hey, Nintendo's gonna be getting all these Rare titles back, and you know, and we're gonna be releasing all this other stuff to PlayStation. And that's what I thought was funny, is I looked up how many different games that are being considered for PS5 right now, and of all the ones that I actually had in the thumbnail, there was only one that wasn't a failure because it hasn't been released yet.
What game was that?
That's Indiana Jones.
Oh, Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
Rare's doing that? Rare's not doing that.
No. I'm talking about Microsoft.
I mean, like in terms of, terms of like cross-platform.
Yeah, they're gonna go, oh hey, Nintendo, you want all this stuff? It'll run on your stuff here. Because remember, Rare Replay, you know, Viva Pinata, that was on 360 and only on 360, and they had all these other games that were in Rare's. Was it Perfect Dark and all that stuff?
Yeah,
that was on Nintendo 64.
Yeah, and that was only Nintendo 64.
Yeah, and then Perfect Dark Zero, that was on 360. All those are on the Rare Replay that you can get for like $6, but you can't play them on Nintendo. So I wonder if that's going to be the first thing they do is, hey, now you're going to get the Rare Replay with all this other stuff, including GoldenEye. You know, be like, oh, thank you so much. You know, because of course they had to split that up, you know.
And then we'll get 10,000 more GoldenEye videos on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, look, I can finally play multiplayer on my Xbox. Whee!
Yo, oh my gosh, man. I don't know. It's like, yeah, it's a classic game. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, again, like Rob was saying, a bunch of you saying, everybody saying, it's like, yeah, modern gaming is not like gaming before, and it's not and I'm not being crotchety. Like, I don't think I'm being crotchety at all. Well, like, I think I should be able to have a complete game on day one. That's not the hard time. It's like I can't go into my classroom and then try to wing it. The kids are gonna know.
No.
Like, oh, Mr. Ventura, you don't even have a plan right now. All right.
I have nightmares still about, because I used to go out on stage. I every play I was ever in, except for one where I decided, okay, I just came off a big part, so we're just going to take We had 2 plays in 1 year. I'm going to take this real small part, and it was like a showstopper. But I always had all these, big, huge, the lead parts and stuff. The nightmares I still have to this day is I'm going out there on stage and I don't know my lines.
Yeah.
And that's what these games are. Here's your Cyberpunk. Oh, by the way, this shit doesn't work right.
Right. One thing I think is curious about Cyberpunk, though, like they knew it right from the rip too, because they gave you so much extra stuff just for a standard release.
Yeah,
like a necklace and like all kinds. It was a standard release. Like they
Cyberpunk 77, the apology.
Standard release.
Mystacles, I'm with you. I got the necklace. I got the art book.
They gave me a Hyundai Elantra.
Remember the pre-order at the statue, and then you couldn't get the statue.
I didn't try to go for that one, but
no, I
was just talking about. I had the digital download. I did like Scott was saying. I did the midnight download of Cyberpunk, and I was so excited. And then the first day I played it, it crashed, and it was just complete trash. And I remember that's the first and only digital game I've ever bought from Xbox, where Microsoft, where they actually allowed you to give it back digitally.
Yeah,
I've never.
At least you got.
I know. Yeah, at least they did that. But
I remember seeing.
How bad it was,
I remember seeing Smash JT take his back to Best Buy, and they gave him the refund because they were giving refunds for open copies because it was broken.
Yeah,
and the game was broken.
Just because it'd be funny to point out later in life, you know what I mean? Like, hey, remember when that came out? I actually started it just a little bit ago for the first time since it actually came out, and it's actually pretty tight now.
Oh, it's tight. It's tight. I've been lauding the game now. I've during my Christmas break, I hopped back on it and I literally played it for like 4 or 5 days straight. It's great. It crashed on me like once.
I just loaded it up on my new Series X and haven't touched it since. It
crashed on me once. That's it. Yeah.
I've never gone back, dude. Cyberpunk's like an ex-girlfriend. I'm sure she's doing well, but she can stay in her other state, man. A breakup was hard.
Wow, that is.
I don't want to revisit those memories.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I got to show you the teeth marks I have on my tongue from biting it just now.
Oh my gosh!
It's supposed to be a PG show, Scott. It's supposed to be a PG show.
Hey, man, you had me out of the shower in front of your Connect, so.
The dude dropped the bees.
Come on,
the bees in the whip, dog.
It's like this. Even when Retro Bliss has me on, I try to keep it as PG as possible, but there's always going to be something that's got a little bit of a twist in it. It's never just blatant, me dropping F-bombs or something, because I don't do that.
No, that's good.
Because he's a friend, and I want to have me come back.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, now if I dropped an anvil on my foot and yelled that, he'd probably be like, "Okay, you're all right." It's because he's a cool guy. He knows what an anvil feels like on the foot. He's watched Wile E. Coyote. So. Oh man. Anything else we want to add to this? About this whole debacle. I mean, thoughts, guys? Anything?
I mean, it can't be good. There's no way this is going to be a good turn for the industry, especially if it goes through. Because where do you draw the line? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, my wife asked me a question today. She said, "Well, what does this mean for GameStop?" And I'm like, "Well, GameStop's been kind of putting along anyway. I think that a lot of their stores are going to go more retro. I think they're going to close a bunch more stores eventually." But I also think that, with Best Buy getting rid of a lot of their stock, if you remember, Best Buy used to carry a lot of limited run games and stuff.
Yeah.
They would have their. So I think you might see a shift for that, a lot more strictly limited.
It could be cool though.
Yes,
cool.
Absolutely. And it'd be cool because let's not forget that there are still cartridge and disc systems out there that are still coming out. I mean, you know, whether you're a fan or not, you've got your Atari 2600 Plus, you've got your Evercade,
Pro Evercade right here, baby.
yeah, me too, and let you know if Sega came out of left field, or if Sony said, like I said, if Sony was like, we're not going to forget about you and the discs, you know, people would be going, the most diehard Microsoft fanboy who loves physical would be like, buy Microsoft, and they would head right over to Sony, guaranteed. But if Sega came out of nowhere and said, here's your Dreamcast 2, and by the way, all this, but a lot of this also has to do with the fact, it does have to do with the fact that games are getting way too huge.
Yeah.
I don't need a 300-hour freaking game. I don't need some... I mean, I haven't played Metal Gear Solid 5, you know, the Phantom Pain all the way through because it's open world. There's too much crap. I don't know what the hell's going on. I got lost.
Too much, man.
I said, screw it. I turned it off. And when they did the same thing to Halo, I went, geez, oh, Pete, what the hell are you doing to me?
They spent 18 months shading a tree.
Yo, that's why the RoboCop game was so dope.
I don't care, man.
The RoboCop game was a straightforward game, dog. It was point A to point B at the end.
And there were some side missions if you wanted. Yeah,
but it didn't disrupt the story at all. Perfect game, did it right. Hopefully, Rob, I'm adopting that phrase, cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, that's our phrase for the year, man.
Indiana Jones. Because if they do what they did with RoboCop.
Well... I've seen some stuff I won't talk about.
Why you gotta say stuff now, man? Not now. My cautiously optimistic is going to like.
No. It should still stay. It should still stay. But you see, for me, at first it was like yes. Then I drew it back when I saw what I saw, and then I went cautiously optimistic.
Oh, okay. All right.
So now I'm sitting there on the fence, going, okay, because
who hurt you, Scott? Show me on this doll.
Damn it! Is that your Belloc doll? Is it wearing an all-white suit?
You're no place, man.
Hey, we survived Crystal Skull, man. We can survive anything.
I bear it in the desert for 1,000 years. It becomes priceless.
With Gen X, dog, the place could be burning around us. We're fine.
Yeah. Do your worst.
Yeah, do your worst. I've got games to play back here, and that's true. If I never bought another game again right now, or if somebody said just collect only what you've got for, I'd be fine. I'd be fine never buying anything else.
I have enough games in this house, man, to survive for another 50 years until I die. So,
yeah. Absolutely, and that's funny too because since we all know each other, it'd be like, dude, well, look at Gene here.
Me, dude, like
I want to ask Mr. Cleese a question, yo, because I saw your setup for the Sega for like the Genesis stuff. I saw the virtual cop. I saw the gun and everything like that and everything. Like, how's that running for you? That's running good.
Yeah.
Have you used the gun yet?
Well, no, I was just showing how I got the lights set up to flash red and white and blue while I play my cop games like Virtual Cop and Hot Pursuit.
Yeah.
I thought about doing like a video about something like that, you know what I mean? Doing different things to set the mood when you play different games. Like,
I think that's dope.
Like putting on Barry White if you're playing Night Trap?
Hey, well, when I used to play Civilization, I had a Barry White playlist. Like,
oh, let's see. It's hands on the run in your face, Rob. In your face, Scott. In your face.
Hey, what did I do?
It's still on my 360. I put it on there. Like,
I watch I know that like certain games that are movie based are like Aliens. Like I'll watch Aliens before.
Yep.
I always do that. Yeah.
There was a buddy of mine that he had the PC version of. It's not that great of a game, but I guess on PC it's a lot better. That the one for the Xbox, it was the Land of the Dead or whatever it was. You remember that one from
the original Xbox,
the World
yeah. And I had that game, and it was just okay. But I guess on PC,
the Fiddler the Fiddler.
Yeah, the Fiddler's Green or whatever it's called.
Green or something like that.
Yeah. And he put on his headphones, and this is a dude who doesn't get scared of stuff. And he had the headphones on, and it was like middle of the night, and he said that game. He said with headphones on. He goes, that game will scare you out of your mind. And I was
that's on the original Xbox too, right? It is, right? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. It was okay. I mean, in all honesty, instead of playing that, which is not that great of a game, I'd rather play something that's better, but it's still not that great of a game. And I would rather that's that Walking Dead one, that Survival Instinct on 360. I'd rather play that. Because it's a lot faster, it's a lot cleaner. Because that other one is just like, oh, here comes some zombie out of the frickin' corn. It's just like, yeah, it's like, oh, there's nothing around. So anyway, we are going to go around and tell everybody where y'all can be found on the internets. Mm-hmm. So Mystacles, what about you? What do you got coming up? Where can the peoples find yous?
They can find me on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all under Mystacles. And if they're super dedicated, they can find me on Facebook under Rita Hazuki.
Yes.
Next thing I got coming up is the next Video Game Monthly.
Oh yeah, you be doing those. That's right.
It's been sitting here for like a week. I have it like 4 days. I haven't got it. I don't get a chance to do it because I'm sitting here with these games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
That's where you can find me, and pretty cool.
I've watched 3 people who do Video Game Monthly, and yours is one of them. And I watched Jay, and then when they get to do it, because I don't think they've done a video in a while, I watched the guys from Retro Trade.
Okay.
Because there's this.
I was wondering what's up with them.
Well, the one gentleman is the mayor of his town now as of January, so he's a little busy. So he went from just being a straight policeman to being the mayor of the town. So, Your Honor, we'll see you soon. So, yeah.
Snap. Well, congrats to him. That's a lot. That's dope. Okay.
Yeah. So no, not Ron, but oh shoot, Brian.
Okay.
Yeah. So Your Honor, Brian is the mayor of his town now. So congratulations on
gonna
that.
make a video game day. I know he's gonna do it.
Oh, Rob, where can the lovely folks find you at?
I'm on YouTube now.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, guy.
And I still juggling a silly Facebook page, so yeah, that's where I be.
Well, Mystacles' links are not in the description, but I will put them in within the next couple hours or tomorrow. Okay. So he's like, he was going to be a surprise guest because usually I only have 4 on for Retro Roundtable, sometimes 5. Yeah. And since our buddy John could not be with us tonight because of some unfortunate stuff, and John,
take the time, John.
Take the time.
Definitely.
He lost. Just to air it out just a little bit, everybody just send good vibes his way. They lost a member of the family, and that member of the family was a pet that they've had for a very long time.
Yep.
And unfortunately, their pet is not with them anymore. So, and then that stinks. So John, Sarah, we're with you, and we're thinking about you. Yeah. So, but yes, TeCniSH, where can they find you?
He's on YouTube.
I'm on YouTube, my
He's
guy.
right here. He's right there. He's
right here, man.
We're all on YouTube.
I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. And if you're dedicated, I'm on Facebook. All under the same name, CappsOffGaming. And I think the next thing that I'm doing is I'm doing 2 things. I want to be able to post on YouTube. I'm trying to do a playthrough with Mighty Goose. I got it for Christmas.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna post that on Facebook, just a regular playthrough because the game's hilarious. If you've ever played games like Metal Slug, like it's basically like a love letter to that series and everything. And then per my homie Rob, I was at a GameStop. It's funny we were talking about that and talk about GameStop with the retro stuff. I end up finding Simpsons Hit and Run on the original Xbox.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a Dirty 30, probably more than that, just going through it because I know the mission. I've been playing, just getting familiar, but the missions go real quick, but it's hella funny. Toys R Us.
I inspired that video.
Yeah, Rob inspired it. I love a game that I can laugh about while I'm playing it, yo. So that's the big thing. I think the last game I ever played where I was really laughing a lot was the South Park series, the Stick of Truth, and then the Fractured Butthole. Yeah,
both good games.
Oh, those go, Mystacles, mad good.
Especially the Stick of Truth. I lean more towards the Stick of Truth. I like them both, but I like the Stick of Truth more.
See, I need to finish that one.
Stick of Truth was short.
It is.
Yeah.
Short and sweet, though.
Short and sweet. Yeah, definitely.
Short and sweet.
But yeah, that's me, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Well, everybody's links will be down in the description, of course. So just, click on there, check their stuff out, give them a
Trying to get 500.
Give them subscribe. Yeah. Get up to that 500. Well, this week or next week, I have a video coming out that is a game hunting video. And if you follow my channel whatsoever, you know it will be completely filled with stupid jokes and hilarious dumb stuff. And so I went to two different.
True, folks.
Yeah. So I have some extra dumb stuff put in all the way through the video. This past week, I will pimp it out. I just released my RoboCop video. RoboCop was in studio here.
He's so good.
So good.
And he
gotta watch it, y'all. Y'all gotta watch it. Okay,
yeah.
Like it deserves the justice. I knew exactly what Scott was going with this, yo.
But he took the time out to come into studio.
Yeah.
And to review the game with me. And it was, he stops by from time to time. It was really cool. So, I thank RoboCop, Alex, I thank him for stopping by. But another video that I have coming out that I just found out about today is this.
Oh! Hey!
I did not subscribe to this. My wife won it for me. So this is a it is a
monthly.
It is a video game monthly package. So I'm going to open that up and check that out.
You won like a free month of it?
No, I guess like they do this thing where if you like it on Facebook or something, they send you, they do a random drawing and it's she said, "You want me to tell you what's in it?" Because I started opening it and I go, "Wait a minute, well, I have a YouTube channel. Why don't duh." So,
Right.
But she said, "You want me to tell you what's in it?" I go, "No." I go, but she said, "Well, I asked you the other day, do you have an NES?" And I go, "Well, yeah, of course we have an NES." She goes, "Well, it's all NES games." And then she looked at it, she goes, "You don't have any of them either." And I go, "Are they all sports titles?" She goes, "None of them are sports titles." I go, "Ooh, I'm intrigued." And then another video that we have coming out very soon, and I'm not going to tell you all the ones that are coming out, but the next one that is coming out, it should be coming out this week. I'm waiting on 2, maybe 3 submissions. I'm not sure. But we have a huge compilation video with all of us are in it.
Oh, I did that. That's right.
Yep. All of us are in it. And also I will name a couple people. I will name drop a couple people. Our friend Mr. John Riggs is in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guy. Yeah.
Our friend Johnny Grafx is in it.
Yeah.
Our friend Gamer Aimer is in it.
Wow.
Our friend Retro Bliss Gaming is in it. And I have one in there that I have not even announced to anybody yet. Nobody knows but me.
Don't tell me if I know who it is, yo.
You will no, but there's of course Mr. Perry Fractic and his wife. They are both in it.
It's gonna be a big video, man.
It is going to be a big video, and
I regret picking my game now.
Yeah, I'm waiting for 2 submissions, possibly a third. I don't know, and then that's it. And then we're going to put that one out this month as well. So of course that's here on Game Closet, as you know.
And look for us in the new Game Beaters video too.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Look for us in the new Game Beaters video as well. And
not me. I didn't think I'm sending anything out for that. But,
shame on you. Maybe next time.
Yeah, but I got my Dreamcast up. So if y'all want something obscure, I have a bunch of good freak-ass games, yo.
Well, I gotta get caught up on your RoboCop videos now because I was not watching yours until I got my video done.
Oh, mine's hilarious, yo.
I can't wait to watch them. But everybody, with that said, we thank you for watching. We appreciate you all, and the Retro Roundtable will be meeting here again soon, and also this weekend we will be doing Revenge of the Nerds on Video Vault live. So join us Sunday at 7:30 for our discussion on Revenge of the Nerds. So hey, thank you everybody for joining us, and you all have a great night. We'll see you all soon.
Peace out.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please hit the like button because it helps the YouTube algorithm spread the video to more awesome people just like you. Subscribe for more here in Dr. Scott's Game Closet, and there's plenty more where this one came from, so click on a video for more video game shenanigans. We'll see you all